Hey guys, what's up? It's machinamechlord here. I'm coming at you with the deck profile. It's Star Seraph. Now it's completely underrated, and definitely just like a deck that is like, whoa, who, you know, uses that? Well, anyhow, it's very underrated and it has a lot of potential to actually be good. Has the potential anyway. But it's mostly designed for rank 4 spam plays, and you can use it in control variants, and there's some support for the deck, but not a whole lot really that can give it much actual use. But the deck itself is pretty decent and has some strong plays if you can get the right draws. But to start it off, we have BLS because we have a numerous amount of darks in here with the lights, which the Star Seraph are all light, so it makes sense. But BLS just like to banish stuff. I mean, this is like your boss of the deck. Like, you get in a bad situation, you top deck this, you kind of win the game. It, essentially, but if your opponent has like bottomless or something, or hasn't used it, well, then your BLS is going down the drain and being, wrecked. 3 Kagi Tokage, we like to get some XYZ plays off as much as we can, so like when you normal summon, like let's say you summon a Sage, you don't have really much else, you drop Kagi Tokage, then you can overlay and go for something, particularly useful if you can. So we like it at 3. 2 2 Photon Thrasher. I had it at 3 at first, but it became really just too cloggy. But it's a 2100 beater, gets over Thunder King Ryo. Thunder King Ryo really hurts because it's like, nope, we'll just negate your summon of your XYZ monster. It's like, no, I don't like that. So Photon Thrasher gets over that. 3 Star Seraph Sage. You can discard spell cards and summon Star Seraph monsters from your hand, so makes XYZ plays pretty easy. We have 3 Star Seraph Scout. When you normal summon it, you can special summon a Star Seraph monster from your hand. So they do have some synergy with themselves, and Star Seraph Sword turns every one of the Star Seraph monsters into an Honest, which is good. So like you can make Star Seraph Sword, at the max up to a 3000 attack point monster. So Star Seraph Sword has a lot of potential to get over big things such as Stardust Dragon, so on and so forth. And 2 Summoner Monk, because Summoner Monk really speeds up this deck, and for some reason, like during every test that I've played with this deck, I've gotten into Summoner Monk. And Summoner Monk is also dark, just like Kagi Tokage. The Summoner Monk really is just that damn good of a card. It helps this deck so much, and it just drives it to be faster. Because like you can Summoner Monk into a sword, like let's say your opponent has something big, and you just kind of want to like, get over it. Well, then you summon Summoner Monk, bring out sword, sword's effect, go for something like pretty big. We have Book of Moon. It's kind of became less of a use, but it's just more of a defense tactic. And we also like can just like set things like Bear or something like that, like before they get to use the effect off. And 2 Cards in the Sky. Cards in the Sky is really good because you could just banish like when you Star Seraph monsters and draw 2 cards. However, you can't special summon or conduct your battle phase, so it kinda can slow you down, but it's like a last minute tactic. But it works decently enough. 1 Dark Hole. It's Dark Hole. I shouldn't have to explain to you the reason why Dark Hole is in here. 2 Forbidden Lance. Just protect your XYZ monsters from getting bottomless. More importantly, your King of the Feral Imps to just keep searching at your Kagi Tokages. That's like the one card like always gets bottomless. Like if you're playing gadgets, you go for Gear Gigant. Gear Gigant usually is the card that gets bottomless. So we like to have Lance, plus like if you don't need Lance, you can just drop it with Monk. And 3 Instant Fusion. This gives the deck some more speed, gives it some consistency, and makes it easier to XYZ. Like you only get 1 monster in hand and you draw Instant Fusion, well there you go. You have more plays. And 3 Mystical Space Typhoons. Just get MST, drop MST, and go. Pretty simple, standard, and straightforward. To get rid of back row. We have 1 bottomless, banish big targets, except Stardust Dragon because that won't work. Compulsory evacuation device, send it back to hand. 2-dimensional prison. banish stuff that attacks you. Really good card. However, Armadis, well, Armadis does not like this deck at all. But we have our outs to Armadis because it's a pretty popular card. We have 2 Mirror Forces. Get rid of a huge, large amount of field. 2 Phoenix Wing Wind Blast, and 2 Raigeki Breaks. This card is just a card that you really use to just get rid of something, just dread for the awful. It's bound and determined just to ruin your day. Wind up Zen mains, Phoenix Wing Wind Blast it back to the extra deck. Stardust Dragon, send it back to the extra deck. Opponent summons BLS, well, you Raigeki Break and destroy it. And the 1 Solemn Warning to negate summons. So for the extra deck, currently we have 2 Darkfire Dragons as our fusion targets for instant fusion. We have Abyss Dweller to negate effects in the graveyard. This deck pretty much will almost always beat Heradic decks. You're playing against Heretics, go Abyss Dweller, GG. They can't do anything pretty much. You have a Constellar Omega, just stop back row and takes 2 level 4 light monsters, so Omega is a possible card to make. 1 Daigusta Emerald, recycle our Kagito-Kages back into the deck just to keep our plays going. Diamond Dire Wolf, get rid of big target monsters if you have nothing else really to do, and that's all you can do. Go for Diamond Dire, and there you go. We have 1 Evil Storm Exiton Knight. Now, this card, personally, I don't like it in general because I think it's a cheap card. But it's like the rank 4 is a Black Rose Dragon. However, and you keep the Exiton Knight. So, it just really is an amazing card. However, they don't take damage for the rest of the turn, so it's pretty well balanced out to go for Exiton Knight. And it's rank 4 and easy as hell to get out in this deck. So this deck has a lot of potential against trap heavy decks. Exiton Knight is amazing for it. Plus it'll bait out their Solemn Warning instantly because they don't want to lose their entire back row. So we have 2 Fairy Cheer Girl. Now this card is used as our main source of draw engine. Aside from the cards from the sky, which helps us +2, Fairy Cheer Girl can get us +2. And we have 2 in the deck. I mean, they're going to usually try to get rid of 1 so that you can't plus off it. So we like to have 2 just in case of that. Going up against the Evil Storms, you know, they generally tend to get out Ophion. We can go for Gem Knight Pearl and just attack over it. And plus, nobody really tries to get rid of Gem Knight Pearl that often anyhow. We have 1 King of the Feral aims to search out our Kagito-Kages. We have a number 101, Silent Honor Arc. Now this guy is our main card that we like to go for in intense situations. Just take control, just target any special summoned attack position monster and attach it to this card. So 101 Shark is really good and really strong. We have number 106 for effect negation, just in case. Like it's kind of one of those things where I'm like, I kind of like it, but I kind of don't. I don't know if I like it or if I want it. It's pretty interesting card. And last is our Starleash Polydynamo. Just negate effects, drop the attacks down to 0, and get a lot of, you know, mass plays and combos and stuff off. And that's kind of really important to play into in times of need. So for our side deck, 3 Dust Tornado. Back row does not like our XYZ play, so when we're going up against the heavy back row deck, we side in our Dust Tornadoes. Usually we take out our Book of Moon and a Dark Hole, and that's usually what we'll side out for our Dust Tornadoes. We have 2 Fiendish Chains on the sideboard just in case we're going up against something that's really monster effect heavy, so then we'll go for Fiendish Chain. 2 Imperial Iron Wall if we're against Bujins, or anything that relies on banishing. 2 Light Imprisoning Mirror. It does happen to kill the Star Seraph monsters of the deck, but this is used to destroy Light Swarms and Heretics entirely as well, because they're major threats. This also kills Bujins, no searching for them, no banishing for them. So it's pretty nice. We side 2 Mind Crush A lot of decks like to search out this format. Well, a lot of decks search out cards. So we have Mind Crush. Well, Mind Crush. Let's say you're going up against Evil Swarms. They grab their spell card, Pandemic, play Mind Crush, call Pandemic, send it to the graveyard. Pretty evil. 2 Overworked. Since Tenki came back to 3 and Adult Chaser's still too good, Overworked is just really, really an insane card. And 2 Vanity's Emptiness. So when they're going up against a deck that special summons like crazy, we'll go for Feral Imps, then then play out Vanity. So we got a really good, decent sideboard. I would like to possibly throw an Effect Veiler and Maxis maybe, but there's no room in the main deck for them. And there's not really anything out of the side deck that I would take out. Like maybe the Mind Crush and Light Imprisoning Mirror I might take out, but Light Sworns are going to be, like the Fiendish Chain I would more than likely take out for 2 Veilers. But aside from that, there's really not a whole lot to swap out. But anyways guys, this is my Star Seraph deck. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope it gets as much use for you. The matchups I've had with this so far, I won against Beogins once, I went against Fire Fist, and I won. Played against Assault modes, and surprisingly I won that because I made a last minute judgment call to go. What I did is I played Wind Blast, targeted his Assault mode, he negated. I went for Abyss Dweller, stopped the Assault mode, and he just pretty much just gave up on that and just kind of left and quit the duel. So it was kind of entertaining. But I hope you guys enjoy, and thank you for watching. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel, and have a chance to win free decks or other such things, or if you have any requests for decks to be made, leave them in the comment section below, and I will see you later, guys.